Hey everybody, this is Tyler Dockery, and I want to welcome you to this class. We have a lot of specific things that I want to talk about in this video, so please do go ahead and watch it all. Sorry, we have a cat up here. Please pay attention to the time required for these classes and our due dates. You are generally running two lessons every single week, so you want to make sure to put your time and effort into those. In general, you want to double the number of credit hours for your classes as your classwork, and 1 to 1.5 times as much as that on your homework. So do those math calculations. I'll sum them up at the end, but do go ahead and keep that in mind. Don't wait to get started. When your materials have a due date, the very next day, get in and start working on those next series of projects. If you wait, you will fail. There's not enough weeks in this semester to do that. I would also like to just go ahead real quickly and point out the importance of research. Remember, there is a lot of talent out in the workplace. And if you want to get hired, your work has to be excellent. So look at a C as a good heads up that you need to take some serious movement on finishing your work. But just like any big project, if you think that you are going to rush in and do a good job, you are fooling yourself. You want to have your work be at the same level as all other work that is already in the field or higher. No one is going to hire you to do less than the base level of work. So don't let yourself get away with less than the base level of work. What I mean by that specifically is, for every project, get on the internet, go through magazines, go through books, go look at what is considered to be the very best work that you can find, and pull somewhere between 8 and 20 of those to look at. Don't pull ones that are poorly designed. Pull the best designs examples that you can find. Then make sure your work meets that level or exceeds it. If you find a bunch of poorly designed pieces or pieces that are recognized as doing a mediocre job at best, and then you meet that, you will do poorly. Instead, if you find good examples and then decide what you like about them and use those ideas to come up with something original for yourself, you will have great work. If it doesn't look great, keep working with it. Remember, this is what you want to do for a career. Don't sell yourself short. If you try quitting early or taking a shortcut, you're cutting yourself short. You're ruining time that you could spend doing something that you love. You don't want to find yourself exploring in the software. That's a big mistake. Plan your design and then design based on that plan, and you will find that you are coming up with some really great work. And that's what I urge you to do. No one builds a ship by cutting down a tree and just kind of feeling their way through the process. They have a plan and then they follow the plan. Welcome to GRD110 Typography 1. Again, sorry about the cat, but I'm really pleased that you're here. There's 2 or 3 big things that I do want to go ahead and make sure to emphasize to you. Number one is that this is not a box checking class. When you are assigned to do some work, you need to do it and you need to throw everything that you have behind your work. This is what you want to do for a career. I want to help you be a fantastic designer. The best way that you can do that is to make sure that you understand every single item that you create in here is a reflection of the designer that you wish to be. Don't take it personally if somebody says you need to do more work. You may not be that designer now, but you want to be the best. Second, I want to go ahead and point out that this class does not have a midterm test, but it does have a midterm practical. And a practical examination is one in which you put your skills into practice. If you haven't been practicing with the software, you will do poorly. Every single item on the midterm is taken directly from the materials that we learn in the book and in our classes. So if you have done the exercises early on through chapter 2, you will do fantastic. But typically we see a U-shaped graph with lots of students getting hundreds or A's on their work and a few students getting B's, C's, and D's, mainly because they know what they're doing, but they kind of run out of time. And then a large group of people who have not practiced, who fail. And that's 10% of your grade for this class, and you don't want to fail. So please take your time, please do the exercises, and I know that you can do it. Finally, there are several projects in here, and I know that it's going to come up and it's going to come again, so just go ahead and listen to me again here. Do your research. If you don't know what a magazine layout is supposed to look like, you have to go find it. If you don't know what a really good menu looks like, go find them. If it tells you that you can't use pictures, don't. Pretty straightforward. Do your research, read what you have to do. Many students in previous semesters have done poorly because they did not read. You have to do what your clients ask. Anyways, that's it. We got one other little minute. I'm about to be hassled by a cat. Okay, very sorry about that. We had a cat-related issue, but that is already over. I do want to talk about an important thing that has popped up here, and that is the importance of the course entry quiz. Every single class has a course entry quiz, and you have 3 days to take it and pass. What constitutes a pass? One try. So get in there and do your best. The course entry quiz lets us know that you are interested in taking the class, and that's it. So it's not a graded material. It doesn't count towards your score in this or any class, but it does let us know that you are a real person. So do take that. Once you take the course entry quiz, for you, the plagiarism agreement will pop up. That is a quiz. You have to get 100% or you will not be allowed into the class. And it's as simple as that. So if you don't agree or you read it over and you're just not sure that this is right for you and maybe you want a career doing something else, this is a good time to get your money back, because if you can't pass the plagiarism agreement, you'll get kicked out of the class and you have to pass the test. And I know you can do it. The answers are right there in the material that you have to look over. But I would like to emphasize 3 things. Number 1, there is some very clear information in there on AI-related art. You should read it. Number 2, there is some very clear information in there on what you need to do about your fonts. This will get you zeros, and it will get you, as the plagiarism agreement says, directly reported as an academic integrity violation if you choose to choose things that are not allowed to use, or if you just bother not to check. That can really hurt you. This is a detail-oriented and service-oriented career, so make sure you're covering those. And the third thing is that many students just agree to this plagiarism agreement. They don't read it, they don't look at it later, and the long story short about all of that is when they violate it, it's been 3 weeks since they've looked at it, and they don't even realize they've made mistakes. So I heavily suggest you take it. I heavily suggest you read it. I heavily suggest if you have questions about it, contact me directly. You'll find my information in the Faculty Information tab, and I look forward to hearing from you, and I look forward to seeing your work. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. If you want to talk with your fellow students, there is a student help board where you can get help from other students. But if you have questions about this class or your assignments, don't use that board. It's not for that. That is for only talking with other students. If you have questions about the assignments, please reach out to me directly. I look forward to seeing your work. Let's have a great semester.